So these funds that are raised through the federal government bonds or savings bonds are actually used in facilitating infrastructural deficits within the country. Hi, welcome to Exit Out 9 to 5 with Ade. Today, we'll be discussing about bonds, the difference between federal government savings bond and federal government bonds. But the first question is, what exactly is a bond? So simply put, bonds are debt instruments issued by the government to raise funds. So these funds that are raised through the federal government bonds or savings bonds are actually used in facilitating infrastructural deficits within the country. If you're wondering what bond is used for, these funds that are raised, what exactly are they used for? So we have a lot of infrastructural deficit within Nigeria that is currently being corrected by the current administration. President Buhari has spent the past 8 years focusing on revamping our roads, our airports, our manufacturing industries, and also the sea and cargo ports. When you buy a bond, what you are basically doing is lending the government your money over a specific period of time, in which you will be earning a specific amount of interest till the bond matures. So let's talk about the two types of bonds that are available: federal government bonds and federal savings bond. Federal savings bond has a lower tenure of 2 to 3 years and is targeted towards individual investments like you and I, and it has a minimum subscription of 5,000. So I would usually advise young graduates who are just starting out and who are looking for where to invest money, and they don't want to go the route of high risk investment. This is a low risk option for you, and with 5,000 naira you can actually save on a month-on-month basis. Now, one thing you need to note about the federal government savings bond is that it is usually announced every quarter. So you would find the announcements and the publications and the offers on Management Office of Nigeria website. You can see the link below in the description box. On the other hand, federal government bonds are targeted towards institutional investors such as insurance companies, pension fund managers, and high net worth individuals, also known as retail investors. The federal government bond has a longer tenure, with the lowest being 5 or 7 years. It ranges from 5 to 30 years, and the rate of return is usually higher than that of the federal government savings bond. Federal government bonds, the interest is paid twice in a year. The central bank handles this. So at every six months, ping, 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 you receive an alert that your interest has been paid by the Central Bank of Nigeria. So if you're wondering, how do I start investing in federal government bonds, it's quite easy. I would advise that you start by visiting the Debt Management Office website. Like I said, the link is below. And then the second thing you have to do rather, is you have to open up a brokerage account. If you go to the DMO's website, you will see a list of approved broker firms with which you can open an account with. I don't give recommendations. You have to do the research yourself. So you on the DMO's website, you will find a list of companies that are approved as receiving agents for the Central Bank of Nigeria, and you can open an account with them, and you're on your way towards your first form of investment. So when investing in bonds, you need to weigh your options, and you also need to do due diligence in terms of where you want to sock away money into. Like I said, if you're just starting out, federal government savings bond is your best option, because over time it allows you to pull together your money so you have a sizable fund and you can start investing in other forms of financial instruments. If you're already an high income earner, then I would suggest that you give the federal government's bond a trial. Overall, investing in federal government bonds can provide you with a low risk investment options that provides regular returns over a period of years. Whether you're investing in the federal government's savings bond or federal government bond, make sure you do your research, understand the risk involved, invest wisely. Thanks for watching and happy investing.